They never heard me scream. They never saw the war inside me. They never felt the storms that ripped through my bones. Still, I remain. Courage does not always roar. It does not always come with fire in the voice or fists raised to the sky. Sometimes, courage is a whisper only you hear. Sometimes, it's the sound of your breath when the world tries to suffocate you. Sometimes, it's the decision to take one more step when your legs feel carved from stone. Sometimes, it's choosing to stay when every part of you aches to leave. The loudest courage is silent. It does not need an audience. It does not need the noise of clapping hands or cheering voices. It does not live for recognition. It survives in shadows. It breathes in the quiet places where no one is watching. It bleeds where no one else can see. It suffers without witnesses, but it does not break. People think bravery means being fearless. They are wrong. I have known fear. I have swallowed it. I have carried it like lead in my chest. Fear of losing. Fear of failing. Fear of being forgotten. Fear of never being enough. Fear of myself. Fear of my memories. Fear of the scars that tell stories too dark for words. But courage is not the absence of fear. It is walking through it. It is dragging fear behind you like chains. It is standing tall even while your hands shake. It is refusing to kneel before what terrifies you. That fight does not need to be loud. It does not need to be seen. It only needs to be endured. The loudest courage hides in places no one dares to look. It hides in tears you wipe before anyone sees. It hides in nights where you stare at the ceiling, wide awake, and still rise with the morning. It hides in days where you want to shatter into 1,000 pieces, but instead, you stand. That is courage. That is strength. That is survival. I have walked through fires no one else could see. I have buried parts of myself that will never rise again. I have carried wounds invisible to every eye but mine. And though my battles were silent, silence never made me weak. It made me sharper. It made me colder. It made me relentless. It carved me into steel, into stone, into something that does not fall easily. The world may never know my wars. They may never see the depths I have fallen through. They may never understand the nights I drowned in my own silence. They may never know the mornings where I rose from ruins, holding pieces of myself together with nothing but will. They may never see the days I smiled while my insides burned with grief. But I know, I remember, I carry that truth inside me like fire. And that silence has become my strength. And when the storm finally breaks, it is not noise that makes it powerful. It is the weight behind it. The years of silence, the years of holding on, the years of surviving unseen. That is why thunder shakes the earth after silence. That is why courage, born in silence, shakes the soul when it finally rises. The loudest courage is silent. It has no anthem, no celebration. It does not announce itself. It simply endures. It simply survives. And survival is the greatest rebellion of all. You may never hear the battles I fought. You may never feel the fires I walked through. You may never see the storms I carried inside my chest. But understand this. Every scar, every wound, every silent war built me. I do not walk as the same person I once was. I walk heavier. I walk slower. But I walk stronger. 'cause I know the truth. I know the kind of strength that grows in silence. And I know that silence speaks louder than any scream. The loudest courage is silent. And I am that silence. I am the weight it carries. I am the proof it leaves behind. I am the storm that grew inside the quiet. And when I finally rise, you will not hear me coming. You will only feel the ground shake beneath me.